In the recognizer settings, you can set how the members will be recognized via the member groups, you can assign the cross-sections, and you can assign the materials. So let's start with the assignment of the member groups. Here you can say that the slabs will be recognized as 2D, walls as 2D, and the beams as 1D. You can always change this setting by going here to this settings. And you can change, for example, that the slabs will not be 2D but the solids. You can also create completely new group by clicking here on the plus sign. Also notice the counter here, it's 0. It means you will create the new group with 0 members in it. If I would like to assign some of the members to one of the existing group, I can select just the object in the 3D scene, and now I can see that the plus sign to add to the group appeared next to each group where it can go to. So I can move this slab to this newly created group. I can rename it and change the type of the group again here in the menu. I can also create a new group with some members in it already. If I select few objects and then there's a create new group but with a counter 4, it means it will create a new group with 4 members in it. Again, I can change the type of the group in this menu. I can also reset the assignment of the groups to the default state. Go to the menu here, and here is the icon Restore Default Settings. Now let's have a look on the material mapping. First you need to find the property where the attribute for the material is stored. To find it, just select one of the objects and look on its attributes. And here you can see there is an attribute called material with some value beton. So it means this attribute stores the information about material. So I'm going to pick this attribute in the property selector. Now what will happen is that all the objects in the model is grouped by the attribute material and by its value. Here in this model there is only one value for the material property, it's called beton. And here I have a possibility to map the material. So I will select concrete and I can change it to this grade. Now let's move to cross-section mapping. For that I switch to the steel structure. It's the very same as with the material mapping. First I picked the attribute where the information about the profile is stored, in this case its description, and then whole model and its objects is grouped by this value found under the description attribute. To assign the cross-section, just click in the group and here to the cross-section mapping. In this case, I know this W12 by 14 is the I section. So I'm going to find the I section. And I also know this is the imperial cross-section. Now I'm going to find 12 by 14. And here it is. Now, because I am using the smart mapping, all the rest will be mapped automatically. And like that, I can assign all other the cross-section in very few steps. If I would decide I would like all of the cross-sections to be a general, for example, I can always select everything and then assign everything back to general. There's also the multi-select in this list. Just hold Ctrl button and you can select more groups and assign them to one particular cross-section if you like to. You can store the cross-section and the material mapping into the Excel sheet. Just click here on the Export to Excel. It's very useful when you are dealing with one customer which is using the same definition of the cross-section in his structural model. And these settings can be re-imported back to the AutoConverter to load the cross-section and the material mapping. Last but not least, let's have a look on the recognizer settings. Here you can set various limits for the recognized objects. You can always look up the tooltip what the setting is doing. In this case, I'm going to set some minimal sizes for the 2D and 2D thicknesses. After the recognition, I can see the results of those limits. I have two groups, add to analysis model and to be deleted. In to be deleted group, there are those small openings and the insufficient thickness members. I can move them back to the analysis by clicking on that undo arrow, or I can keep them under the to be deleted group. So when proceeding, the recognition will run again, but without these small objects.